Perhaps music is the most expressive of the arts.
There are 4 basic steps to the ska. The first is to keep the beat with the upper half of the body, bowing forward with a straight back and a slight bend in both knees.
I have today ordered to Vietnam the Air Mobile Division and certain other forces which will raise our fighting strength from 75,000 to 125,000 men almost immediately.
What McLaren saw was called hip-hop, energy and motion that you could not stop, demanding all of your imagination if you were to share in the celebration.
No, but let's get this straight. Are you saying that that there's nothing that worries you, nothing that bothers you? How can you write poetry if you're not bothered by something?
Mister, are you screwy?
Not me, I'm an American.
Well, what do you think we are?
Nazis?
Hello, good morning. Are you living here at the moment?
Yeah, that's right. Frankly, I was a bit surprised to find the Cologne Cathedral standing here. But I like the idea of camping here with my companion.
You're not afraid about death?
No. In fact, I almost feel good at the approach of death.
Why? You have a nice wife.
And then somehow we think we understand things when we have translated them into terms of straight lines and squares. Maybe that's why they call rather rigid people squares.
4, 3, 2, 1. We are back at our starting point. We slow up at 1 meter, 10 to the 0 power.
This is a truly remarkable device.
No, what is it you want to see? Some of the brain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I have some of it left.
Okay, thank you. I wait. Yeah,
stay right
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
Eve Tongi captures spiders and eats them alive.
Basic step number 2 is practically the same as step number 1, but with the addition of a side step.
In cooperation with the armed forces of South Vietnam, attacks are being launched this week to clean out major enemy sanctuaries on the Cambodian-Vietnam border.
There were times when I didn't want us to be this close. You see, I've got really oily skin, which sometimes meant blackheads, even spots.
Das ist mir noch nie passiert. Es geht auf einmal nicht mehr. Verdammte Scheiße. Was er jetzt von mir denken muss. Ich verstehe das nicht.
Er will der Partnerin beweisen, was für ein toller Mann er ist. Und aus der ängstlichen Überspannung heraus versagt sein Körper.
Zip.
He died of rage and of fever. He had no goods, no friends, and he was not quite 39 years of age.
The source code is the secret formula for browsing the web.
And we can use technology itself to build a decent, democratic, and humane society.
Yes, and what a glorious opportunity to add to man's history, to harness these nuclear fires for man's use.
Very clever.
According to the Shan Youth Group Core Dai Foundation, social media has been used to stoke hatred between the ethnic Shan and Palang Hill tribe.
Roll up, roll up. I have a special announcement. To me, everyone, to me.
We didn't take a broad enough view of our responsibility, and that was a big mistake. And it was my mistake, and I'm sorry.
The individual stands alone. The ethical reality of the individual is the only reality.
Вторая будет продолжать увеличивать скорость. Последняя. У нее будут полные баки, а скорость уже свыше 4 километров в секунду. Еще немного.
And today it's the team of Ray Blue and Don Glover playing against Fred Lenning and Buzz Fazio on Championship Bowling.
Live from Tripoli, an interview with the leader of Libya, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi.
Battleship, a great game of strategy, action, and suspense.
Miss, H6. You sank my battleship.
Orders were given to sink it, and when it was sunk, it was in an area which was a danger to our ships.
Well,
now, you accept that, do you?
People around Britain have been giving their verdict on her time in office.
Help yourself! Fuck her. She's out in the streets. She ain't worth it no more. You're here, man. Help yourself.
The Iraqis, however, are glad to see her go. A spokesman for President Saddam Hussein said she'd been buried by the Gulf crisis.
Just 2 hours ago, Allied air forces began an attack on military targets in Iraq and Kuwait.
Step number 3 is once again very similar. Only the arms change.
At this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger.
Those weapons of mass destruction got to be somewhere.
We all know that this country has, with goodwill, has stumbled a few times and made a mistake or two. We can't go back and do anything about that.
Valium works promptly to relieve excessive anxiety and apprehension. Side effects other than drowsiness, fatigue, and ataxia are rarely encountered.
In order to test the effects of an incapacitating drug under field conditions, a simple exercise was devised. The troops were given the same quantity of water to drink before each day's exercise. At 11:40, the first effects of the drug make their appearance. The men no longer take cover, they relax and begin to giggle. 70 minutes after the administration of the drug, with one man climbing a tree, the troop commander gives up.
Users are losers and losers are users. So don't use drugs, don't use drugs.
Only the English Channel stands between Britain and rabies. Keep rabies out, because rabies kills people.
Finally, our fourth basic step. Now, this is perhaps the most energetic of all the basic Scout steps. It's being done by 2 members of the band, and it's called rowing.
After nearly 9 years, America's war in Iraq will be over.
Rotary, every time.
What? No, dash. Once. Snitsvasvan, Julie,